Happy 5th of November, bonfire night, fireworks night, Guy Fawkes, whatever you want to call it. Remember, the 5th of November. We are here and we are doing a bonfire, firework inspired makeup look because of today. So I started by priming my eyelids with the P. Louise base in 0. And then I go into the Colourpop Shizzer Rainbow palette. And I started with the shade called Sweet Spot, which is that yellow. And I apply that on the inner corner of the crease. And then I use the shade No Scrub, which is that green, and I put that in the centre. I then go into the Strawberry Dream palette by Luna Beauty and use the shade called Blue Sky, and I use that on the outer corner of the crease. I then go into the Moonspell palette again by Luna Beauty and I use the shade in there called Page and apply this on the other side of the blue eyeshadow. Normally I would just apply a P. Louise base over this to create the cut crease, but as I'm going to be doing a 3-layered cut crease, I didn't want it to be caked with product, so I wiped away the product from the lid, creating the shape that I wanted to, and then I went over it with the P. Louise base in 0. Going back to the Strawberry Dream palette, I use the shade called Pink Flash and I apply this on the inner corner of the new cut crease. Then going back to the Moonspell palette, I use the shade Page again and I apply this next to that pink. Then going back to the Strawberry Dream palette, I use the shade Blue Sky and I apply this next to the purple. I'm back and forth from these Luna Beauty palettes, I'm sorry. Next to that blue, I go into the Huda Beauty Neon Green Obsessions palette and I use the matte neon green in there and I apply that next to it. Then I go back to the yellow eyeshadow that we used earlier and I apply this next to the green. And then I go into the Huda Beauty Neon Obsessions Orange palette and use that matte neon orange in that palette as well. There's also a shadow in that palette that is like a really dark orange, almost red, and I apply that on the very end. I go in with the black eyeshadow and start to enhance the cut crease by applying it into the crease. Using the Colourpop Precision eyeliner in the shade Numero Uno, I just go over the line of the cut crease. Using a cleanser on a makeup brush, I start to pretend to paint a winged eyeliner. Obviously, instead of putting product down, it is taking it away and it is giving me that empty space of a winged eyeliner. So once I've done that, this is the 3rd step of my 3-step cut crease, I guess you'd call it, I don't know. I then go over with the P. Louise base in the shade 0 again, and then I go into that darker orange and the lighter orange in that Huda Beauty Neon Orange Obsession palette, and I start to basically create the rainbow using the same shades that we used earlier, but this time they're in the reverse order. Just like I did before, I go in with that eyeliner and I start to outline the lines of the cut creases. Then I start to create a rainbow brow. I did not plan to do this. I did this super last minute and I used stupid amount of products, but I already had the brown down on my eyebrows as I didn't know I was going to do this step, and I did leave the inner corner of my brows a little bit brown, and then I started to go in with the Ophir Fix Line eyeliner gels. I then decided that they were not as bright as I wanted them to be, so I went into the Moon Creations UV Neon Pigments, and I also used the Stargazer UV eyeliners as well to create the really neon bright colours that I needed. I went from yellow to orange to pink, and I did try and get the ends of the eyebrows a little bit red, but I just didn't have the right colour, so it really just looks like it goes from yellow to orange to pink. For my bottom lash line, I applied the purple eyeshadow that I had been using on the outer corner, then a yellow in the middle and a orange in the inner corner. I then went over the yellow with the green because I just thought it would go with the eye look a little bit better, and then I've got the Colourpop Creme Gel Liner in the shade Exit and applied this to my waterline. I then got the brush that has a little tiny bit of black eyeshadow on it and I applied this right against the lash line. So this is another part of this tutorial where I was completely winging it. So I started off by getting the yellow eyeshadow that we used earlier and started applying it down where I wanted a firework. But then I decided it just was not bright enough, so I got a white face paint and started to blend it over it, and then I started to place it around the areas of my face where I wanted a firework. Because if you really want a colour to be extra bright, you really need a white base. So I applied the white base down where I'm going to be putting the fireworks, and then I went over it with UV pigments just to enhance that bright and neonness of a firework. Also, it was really good because I do have a UV light, so for the video and for the photos they really stood out, which was really cool. So again, I'm using the Moon Creations UV pigments. I got these off of Amazon. I applied these all over my face, all different colours, trying not to keep the same or similar colours close to each other because I really wanted each firework to stand out itself. Some of them are really big, some of them are really small, as they're fireworks, so they're not all going to go off at the same time and be the same size. Then to draw the actual firework inside the colour, I used the Fenty Beauty Vivid eyeliner in the shade Wet T-shirt. Now it is time for the bonfire on my chest. So I sketched it out with the Body Crown by Moon Creations in white, and I also applied some of their white face paint in the centre of the flames. Then on the outer and the rest of the flames, I used their yellow face paint, and then I started to use their orange and their red face paint on the outer edges of the flame just to enhance the heat of it. I tried to anyway. I then got a black face paint and started to fill in the rest of my neck and chest that is not flames black. For my lips, I use the Luna Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Wicked. For my eyelashes, I use the Eldora B801 eyelashes, and I put on my wig and we are done. Like I said earlier, I did use my UV light just to enhance this look a little bit more and make the fireworks look like they were glowing. Let me know if you like this look by pressing the like button down below. If you'd like to see some more creative, fun makeup looks, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and if you want to see some more from me, head over to my Instagram. It is at Brooke_Ellis_. I also have TikTok and some other social medias. They're all linked in the description down below, along with some discount codes for brands like Makeup and Murder, Eldora, Colourpop, Morphe. They're all down there, so if you'd like to check them out, you are more than welcome. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!